Introduction to Workplace Safety and Health, WSH. Hazardous substances. What are hazardous substances? The basic definition of a hazardous substance is any substance that can cause harm to you or to the environment if mishandled. Hazardous substances in the workplace are categorized into three different types. Physical hazards. For example, flammable, explosive, and reactive. Health hazards. For example, toxic, corrosive, narcotic, irritating and carcinogenic. Environmental hazards. For example, aquatic toxicity and ozone depleting. The following are classified as hazardous substances under the Workplace Safety and Health Act. Carcinogens. Corrosive substances. Explosives. Flammable substances. Gases under pressure. Irritants. Mutagens. Organic peroxides. Oxidizing substances. Pyrophilic substances. Self-heating substances. Self-reactive substances. Sensitizers. Substances hazardous to aquatic environment. Substances which in contact with water, or emit flammable gases. Teratogens. Toxic substances. Register of Chemicals and Safety Data Sheets. A register of all hazardous chemicals should be kept. The register should contain information on the inventory supplier of each chemical, application and location of the chemicals, movement of the chemicals. It should also indicate the persons who are at risk or liable to chemical exposure. What are safety data sheets, SDS? Safety data sheets, SDS, are the main communication tool between the chemical suppliers and the end users. The SDS of all hazardous chemicals listed in the register should be obtained from the respective suppliers. What does SDS contain? The SDS should contain the following key information: identity of the substance, safety and health information pertaining to the substance, composition of an ingredients used in the substance, first aid measures, firefighting measures, precautions to be taken for safe handling, exposure controls and personal protection needed, physical and chemical properties, stability and reactivity of the substance, accidental release measures, toxicological information, ecological information, disposal considerations, transport information, regulatory information, labeling and warning signs. All packaged containers containing hazardous chemicals should be labeled in accordance with the Globally Harmonized System, GHS. The label should indicate identity of the chemical, its hazards, the precautions to take. What is Globally Harmonized System, GHS? The Globally Harmonized System, GHS, of Classification and Labeling of Chemicals, GHS, is an internationally agreed upon standard managed by the United Nations through standardized Chemical Hazard Classification, Chemical Product Labeling, Safety Data Sheets, SDS. What is the purpose of the GHS? The purpose of the GHS is to enhance the protection of humans and the environment against hazardous chemicals, facilitate international trading of chemicals. What is GHS hazard classification? Chemicals are classified into different classes or categories based on their physical properties, health effects or toxicity, environmental toxicity. The classified chemicals are assigned a fixed set of GHS pictograms. GHS pictograms. Oxidizer, flammables, explosives, self-reactives, toxicity, severe, corrosives, gas under pressure, carcinogen, environmental toxicity, irritant. Storage. The storage area should be sheltered, fenced up, under lock and key, provided with curb/hump all around the storage area, provided with fire protection and safety facilities, equipped with leak detection and warning devices and emergency scrubbing systems for storage of toxic gases. The containers and storage tanks for the chemicals must be designed, manufactured and tested in accordance to an internationally acceptable standards. Transportation. The containers, tankers and vehicles must be properly labeled and carry appropriate hazard warning panels. Drivers must be trained in the handling of accidental spills and attended the hazmat driver course. Transportation emergency response plan to deal with any accidental release of the hazardous substances. Adequate stock of emergency equipment carried on the vehicles. Safe work procedures and personal protective equipment. Any work involving hazardous chemicals should be established and documented through written procedures. The procedures should cover dispensing, transferring, using and disposing of the hazardous chemicals. The safe work procedures should include the safety and health precautions which are to be taken during the course of work, and the use of personal protective appliances or equipment. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe.